Art is too important not to share. Welcome to the Allie and Callie Artcast.
Hi, I'm Allie.
And I'm Callie. Welcome to the Artcast.
Yes, welcome. And I'm so excited about where we are.
I am too. I am so excited to be in
Arizona.
Where the sun shines.
Yes.
And boy, is it shining.
It is. It's glaring.
Apparently, we're having record heat.
We are.
Because we're hot.
Already. And it's early.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I love it.
I know.
keep saying, well, there's a nice breeze. It doesn't even feel that hot.
Yes, she does keep saying that.
It's only 90 degrees and
Yeah.
it's 8 a.m.
Yeah, just wait.
Well, I know. It might be 10 a.m. Whatever. Anyway, it's beautiful, and we're so happy to be here.
We flew in last night.
Yeah, and boy, our arms tired. That's why I'm here. Just here to entertain folks.
We need to put that in the memos.
We had a great flight, had a nice drink in the Delta Sky Club.
We did.
Shout out to Delta. Maybe you should be our sponsor.
Right.
Delta Sky Club.
I'm going to approach them.
You should.
I should. I mean, what the heck?
Why not?
Because you don't GET if you don't ASK.
Yeah, but you got to.
I know, I said it wrong.
ASK before you GET. Oh my goodness, Allie, we'll get it right.
But
someday.
it still worked. You don't GET until you ASK.
It's true. Right. But I like the ASK before
first.
You get.
Yeah.
It's okay. We are sidetracking.
We are sidetrackers.
Anyway.
But we're also excited to be here and reunite with our producer, Kristen.
Exactly.
We've missed her, and we're happy that she's here.
It's like the trio's back.
The trio's back. So, we miss Janie.
Yeah, and Janie's in Germany right now. Yeah. We hope she's having a great time, and we'll see her soon. Anyway, I am so excited to be here. Not only because I am here with a longtime friend from way back in the day when we were in college together, but now she's a well-known artist in the Phoenix area, and we are so delighted to be at On the Edge Gallery. Let me just give a plug to 7045 East Main Street, Scottsdale, Arizona, in a beautiful gallery.
And isn't this considered old Scottsdale?
I think so.
Town.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Old Town Scottsdale. Okay. So I would really like to welcome MJ Okawa.
Yay!
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh. Well, MJ and I went to college together, and I've known her for many, many years. We don't need to say how many. Mm-hmm. Just a bunch.
No.
A bunch of years.
Yeah.
But I know her as an actress and a beautiful singer and a performer. We've performed together many, many times and lived in many states together. Mm-hmm. And now she lives in Arizona. So tell us about your life, MJ.
Yes.
Well, I did start as a performer and was always artistic and an artist in many ways. Mm-hmm. Never stopped creating. But I was a musical theater major, then went to graduate school for musical theater in Utah. We also were in Utah together.
Yes.
I got married and had 2 kids, and in 2001 we decided to move to Chandler. We came here for a visit, just kind of looking for a place that was more affordable for a family, because we lived in the Bay Area, which is so expensive. You're just knocking yourself out just to pay your mortgage. So we moved here, and it has been a really good place for us. I had my own theater company here for 10 years.
That's right.
Copperstar Repertory Company in the East Valley, and we loved that. That came to a close in 2015. I've been a school teacher for 23 years, still teach school 4 days a week. And about 2 years ago, I decided to start answering calls for art, which I didn't even know existed or really wasn't aware of. And I just started applying and applying and applying, and everything I applied for just about I got into galleries all across America, San Francisco, St. Louis, New York, Denver, all over. And it was boggling my mind. I was asking artist friends, does this happen to everyone? Am I just... Then they said, not at all. And so I knew I had something that was different and that was maybe interesting to art lovers. So that journey has taken me, last year we did 14 in-person art festivals.
Oh, wow.
And this year we're doing 19. We have 2 left.
Crazy.
That's a lot.
So that is just about every weekend. And it's very, very hard physical work, but we love it because we really get to be face to face with our collectors, and people come back and come back and come back and get more art and just come and talk to us and just see what's new. And it is so enjoyable and satisfying to see people that absolutely love your work over again and again and tell their friends about it, and just to be face to face with people and be able to explain my art because it's really kind of a different medium. And also we love dogs, and there's so many dogs at every festival. Oh, wow. It is our favorite part.
Yeah.
You can all day long hear Dave and me going, Dave, look at that dog.
Oh.
Look at that one. Look.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's great.
So we just love talking to people, and I love listening to my husband talk to people because he is adorable. I sometimes hide around the corner and just listen to him because he explains, this is silk. It's actually silk painting, and he'll explain the whole process.
Wow.
And it's really brought us closer together and changed our lives for the better. And I don't think, it's not my ambition to always be in festivals, but for us, it's been a great way to break into the community and get to know other artists.
Oh, sure.
We've just built this network of friends and artists and producers and people that are in the Phoenix area in the art scene. And I've also been curating a few shows. I curated a show at the Holland Center, and I just curated a show at Fifth Avenue Foundry in downtown Phoenix with 14 artists, and I'm curating a show there next month. So we have 10 artists in that group, and it's just been a blessing. I know that sounds trite, but it really has changed our lives for the better. And it's something positive. I always say I'm a purveyor of joy because my work, when you look at it, is just exuberance and joy. And it's my heart. That's me on the walls. And it just...
That's what I see.
I think
just lovely colors, bright and cheery. And
everyone that owns my art says when they pass it every day or they see it when they wake up, it just makes their day better. And I can't imagine a greater honor than having people bring something you created into their home and enjoy it long term, and every day see it, and that it really affects them. And that's very emotional and sweet. The last show we had was in Tempe, and before the first day was over, I had 2 people come into my booth and were brought to tears, and if you can imagine, it just was so moving to me that they were reminded of someone or something, or it just gave them those feelings in their heart and soul, and it's amazing.
Can you explain your process?
Yeah, I do traditional Japanese silk painting, but with my own palette. It's called a mother palette. You just have the same group of colors that you work with. So all of my art kind of goes together. So I have a mother palette and the same aesthetic, very contemporary, very different than anything we've seen. And that's what we hear all day is, we've never seen anything like this. This is amazing. So it starts with a white piece of silk stretched over a paint frame that is made to whatever size you want your finished piece to be. It has to be bigger than the finished piece so that it wraps around a canvas. So
sure.
Then you outline the entire piece. So you really have to come into it knowing exactly what you want to do.
So do you do sketches?
I do.
Yeah,
okay.
I do.
And I don't ever work from one photograph. Usually I work from a group of photographs. And my husband takes a lot of photographs. And I work with a amalgamation of things that I see. And so you outline the entire piece first, and that dries.
And let me ask you this. What you're outlining with, is that the gold that we see, or is it always gold?
It's black, gold. There's 4 colors of gold and a copper. And I usually work with gold and copper, but sometimes black for a piece that's in shadow, or a monarch butterfly, or whatever is naturally black. So that's called Gouda Resist, Gutta, not like the cheese. Yeah. It comes in different forms from different companies, either a tube with a long needle nose that you can draw with, or you can get more liquidy that you pour into a bottle, and that's a little more complicated and frustrating. But I really like the 3D effect it has. I like the emphasis it puts on to different elements of my work, and it also brings just a literal sparkle and kind of a figurative sparkle to what I do.
Sure, that's what I find really, I mean, I love the work itself and the colors, but the outline just jumps out.
Yeah, it's eye-catching.
Yes.
We hear stained glass a lot, sometimes cloisonne people compare it to.
A little batik, almost.
Yeah, I've heard that as well. But in traditional Japanese silk painting, when they're painting for scarves or painting for kimonos or painting for obis, whatever it is, they usually wash the Gouda out. And this is Gouda meant to stay in. I also am reminded of kintsugi, which is the Japanese art of repairing things with gold and making them more precious. And
I love that.
If you have a broken piece of pottery, they repair it with gold. And so it's adhered together and they don't cover up those cracks and those flaws, if you will. They become part of make it even more beautiful when we have
I just went to a show recently in Portland, and they featured Japanese art, and they had examples of that. But not only that, but they had a kit that I had to buy. I've been a little too scared to use it, but I will explore that at some point.
Yeah.
Because I love the whole concept that just
beautiful.
Because it's broken doesn't mean it's not valuable.
And I have to say, when I first started silk painting a long time ago, I was just doing scarves for people. That's all I did, really. I did paint a 2D piece of art for my childhood best friend, who's still my very BFF in the world, and I put glass over it. We framed it, and he shipped it. And it shredded the art, and it broke, and it shredded the art. And so I couldn't, for the longest time, figure out how to repair it. And then I heard about kintsugi, and then I heard about this Gouda that has color to it, and then I used that to repair it and sent it back to him. So that's how I started using the metallics. So the paint itself is actually really more of a dye. It's water consistency, and you paint with it, and if you want to get texture and effects, you can use salt, sugar, or isopropyl alcohol. And those effects vary on how you apply it. And so I do all kinds of different things from it. So if you see like a starburst effect, I am throwing the salt at the canvas of silk and jarring the canvas while it's drying and doing all kinds of things like that. If you see more of a pinpoint, I'm sprinkling. It just depends on what I want to achieve. So
cool.
Sugar draws the dye straight to it, and salt draws it across the silk so that it makes more of a more obvious pattern. So an alcohol, you put the alcohol first on the silk, then the color, and it floats on top till it dries, till the alcohol evaporates, and then the dye goes where it goes. And that's kind of a lot of surrender in silk painting. Is you get what you get, and once you put that dye on there, it's really not going to go anywhere. You can't make it lighter. You can go darker, but you can't really make something pastel. So anyway, that's silk painting. And then it is steam set. So I steam each area for about 10 minutes, each little section. I used to steam it in a stovepipe kind of thing that I made that a lot of people that I know that do silk painting still use. And you wrap it in newsprint and you roll it up and you steam it overnight, and it's crazy. So I just got a handheld steamer because no one's going to wear mine. It's in 2D art. So I steam set it, and then I wrap it around a canvas and I varnish it and UV protect it. So that means you don't need glass over it, and it doesn't get dirty or dusty. You can just wipe it with a microfiber cloth and People love that they can touch my art. It's very tactile. My husband loves to make people touch these cacti that I've done that are kind of pokey. And he's like, feel that, feel that. And it's adorable. And people just go, oh, they're very surprised by it. So anyway, that's me. That's my silk painting art. And I love it.
I love the fact that you can touch it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Looking to bring big flavor to your next event? Scraps Barbecue has you covered. From golf tournaments and sporting events to corporate gatherings, weddings, and family celebrations, Scraps Barbecue delivers unforgettable food wherever you need it. Their commercial kitchen can be on site, or they'll bring a fully catered meal straight to you. Known for their authentic Santa Maria-style tri-tip and crowd-favorite tequila lime fish tacos, Scraps Barbecue can customize a menu for groups from 20 to 2,500. Book your next event now. Email Kevin at scrapsbbq.com or find Scraps Barbecue on Facebook. Scraps Barbecue. Real flavor, real fire, real good times.
Need shirts, hats, signs, or stickers?
If you can dream it, Pyramid Printing can print it.
For over 25 years, Pyramid Printing has been a Coeur d'Alene favorite for screen printing, embroidery, banners, and more.
Big job, small job, no problem. Just give Eric a call and let the local pros take it from there.
Email info@pyramidprintingcda.com or call 208-664-0254 or visit pyramidprintingcda.com.
Pyramid Printing, printing made easy and done right.
I know that you have your degree in musical theater, but it's funny. I mean, I haven't seen you, and I did do the benefit for you a long time ago. Mm-hmm. I just didn't know. I mean, I knew you were artistic, but I just didn't know how far, and I knew you were teaching. But so tell us a little bit more about your teaching background, and then are you teaching these classes with silk painting?
I started as a teacher kind of by accident. Nothing's by accident. But I was asked to start teaching recorder and at a small private school where our kids went to preschool there. And so I taught myself how to play the recorder and I started teaching recorder and I absolutely loved it. I loved it more than anything I could imagine. And up to that point, I had been mostly a stay-at-home mom and mostly did little things here and there and still was singing, still performing. So I started teaching at this private school where they asked me to write a curriculum for visual art, choir, music, dance, drama, and instrumental music. So I learned all about those curriculums in order to write that curriculum. That was a great education. Right. And then I went back to school. I went to Santa Clara University to get my teaching certificate and my master's in education. And I started teaching all those things: visual art, music, dance, instrumental music, choir. And I taught the whole school because it was so small. So every day they'd have something different. And that was my focus for the day. It was art or it was whatever. That was a great, great introduction into teaching all these things. And then I started a business called Artworks with a friend of mine who was also a teacher. So we did visual art and music. So the camps would be half art in the morning, and then we'd switch to music, and we would do a rehearsal in the afternoon and do a musical at the end of the camp. That was really tremendous, and I absolutely love camp. I'm teaching 3 camps this summer. So when we moved to Arizona, I was already certified, already had public school. I'd moved to public school in California, teaching there, and so I've been a teacher here since 2001, so I guess it's more than 23 years. I always say 23 years. I think I stopped counting. But I did also have my own theater company, so I intermittently kept kind of stopping and starting this career of teaching. So now I'm back to teaching. I'm teaching music 4 days a week, K through 6. So I see everyone in the school, and it's a lot, and it's changed tremendously since I started, but I know that it is still really needed. It's just very different, vastly different. Our homescape, parents, our families at home have changed so much in the last 20 years, and really and truly a lot more is put onto teachers than it used to be. So I also teach classes in silk painting. I teach other classes for kids up at Sonoran Arts League studio, and I'm started teaching here at my gallery on the Edge, and I teach private, and I teach group classes, and I teach Silk and Sip, which is, Callie, you'd love it.
That's my favorite. Yeah. I think we'd be there.
We would be there. Oh, we would be there.
So at the gallery downtown, Fifth Avenue Foundry, I've taught lots of classes there. We've done Silk and Sips with great success. It's super
Silk
fun.
and Sip.
I love that. Come to Idaho and do a Silk and Sip.
I will.
Oh my God.
I absolutely would.
Oh, we will do that.
Oh, for sure.
I absolutely will. Let's set it up.
We'll set that up.
I will travel.
Yes.
So I'm teaching silk painting, but I also am teaching scratch art and art with the masters for kids. So every week they'll do a different master, and they'll do a project related to what we learn about that master, and on and on. And it is tremendous. But I am also in the future trying to move into public art. That is where I've decided to move into. And I had applied, it's about 1.5 years ago, to the state of New Mexico, and I actually just forgot about it. And then right before Christmas, they contacted me and said, "Are these pieces still available?" And I said, "Yes." And they purchased 2 of my originals, and they're going to be in part of their Art in Public Places permanent collection.
Wow.
So that's my kind of segue into public art. So since then, I've developed many proposals for beautiful, beautiful things. When I was in Portland and their beautiful new airport, I got a brainstorm that I want to do kites from different cultures out of silk and paint them and have them hanging with movement and tails that are moving. And it would be really cool.
I got goosebumps. Do it. Do it.
So I've been applying with that idea. I even applied to Loretto Heights College. They have an atrium now in their lobby, and I wanted to do the kites. I haven't heard from them. Hey, Loretto Heights, call me.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's our old college, by the way.
And I came up with another concept for outdoors called Constellation of Soaring Light. So it is really drastically kind of curvy, and as my art is, very curvy and lively stars, like a constellation of stars that are made out of blown glass and steel. And I also have a kite collection for outdoors that is also out of glass and steel. So I am applying everywhere and making connections and learning.
Okay, we got to get you in Idaho.
Yes, I'll be there.
Yeah. Speaking of Idaho, we have a lot of, what do we call them? Snowbirds. Or if you're Kristen, snow cougars. But they come here a lot. We actually have friends that live here
in the wintertime.
So we know we have a huge population from Coeur d'Alene and North Idaho that come to
this area
because North Idaho is
we call them chilly. Snowbirds also.
Yeah, it's not
seasonal visitors.
It's not our favorite time of year, and we have a good season, and this is not our best season.
No, in Idaho.
Yeah.
Well, believe it or not, we're in winter here. So.
Yeah, I know. This is winter. Anyway, so we just want to make sure that you guys know that this is a great place to come in February and March.
And this little part of Scottsdale that we're in has how many galleries?
Oh, over 100.
Over 100 galleries.
And there are independent galleries, there are national galleries, there are galleries that are in many different states. A lot of them have 2 or 3 locations across the country.
And you do art walks also.
We do.
First Fridays?
Every Thursday.
Every Thursday.
Okay. And then at my other gallery, Fifth Avenue Foundry, we do first Fridays and third Fridays.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're not doing third Friday. This Friday, it's supposed to be 107. So, yeah.
That's a little high.
So,
there's so much art here.
There's public art, there's murals everywhere, just gorgeous things to see everywhere you go.
That.
Right.
Even in Tucson, I was in the Tucson International Airport there. They had curated me for a solo show there. I was there for most of last year.
That's great.
And it was it was an honor. And when I went to see my own exhibit, because they hang it, I was just completely overwhelmed by the quantity and quality of the art they have hung in the airport. Yeah. So if you're ever in the Tucson International Airport, walk around. You'll be amazed. And a lot of massive pieces that are really impressive and very breathtaking.
It's just a very supportive art community. Yeah, I love that. I love that.
Yep.
So where do you see yourself?
Yeah, what's in your future?
MJ?
I really feel like I'm going to keep moving in the direction of teaching a little bit, but I love curating. I love those connections. I have that web of the art community that I've built and people that I then can invite in to do special exhibits. And I also really am excited about public art. I love the idea of creating something that's enjoyed just anonymously. No one's going to know it was me that made it.
They're like, I like that.
But something's beautiful and colorful and joyful to put into a community where people will enjoy it as they drive past or as they walk through the garden or wherever it might be. And
I think we need that.
Yes, we definitely do.
I'm excited about it.
That's great.
Yeah, I really feel like that is an avenue for the future.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
I love it. Well, everybody needs to come down. But if they can't come to this gallery, what is your website?
My website is mjokawa.com.
And how do you spell Okawa?
Okawa.
Very simple.
It's Japanese. My husband's Japanese. I get that question a lot. Where does Okawa come from?
That's the way.
From Dave.
Yep.
From
awesome.
Dave. Yeah.
Yay. Well, we will definitely put that in our show notes as well.
Exactly.
And I'm on Insta and Facebook at MJ Okawa Art.
Perfect.
So check it out because you'll see beautiful art and it's very colorful and it's stunning and it does each piece will speak to you in different ways.
And this gallery is
lovely.
This lovely collection of all sorts of
40 artists, I believe.
40 artists, yeah.
And everybody has a different focus and a different medium. So they, when you apply to be juried in, they're going to look for people that are different, and they won't, for example, put another silk painter in.
Right.
They won't put another huge landscape photographer like Dave Hatton.
Sure.
And, everybody has a different focus, which allows us to just love and support each other's work and to tell the story of each other's work. We all own the gallery together, and we operate the gallery together.
That's great.
And I just interviewed last week with another gallery that is our sister gallery in Fountain Hills Artists Gallery, and fingers crossed, I don't know, we'll see.
Good.
Maybe I'll be in another gallery.
That's awesome.
So if you're headed down to Arizona, Phoenix in particular, be sure to stop at On the Edge Gallery in Old Town Scottsdale.
Just west of Scottsdale Road on Main Street.
There you go.
It's beautiful. It's an amazing gallery. We'll be shopping later.
And
yes, we will.
I'm going to take you also to the Arizona Art Expo, which is a huge show, and the artists commit to 3 months of being in that spot, and a lot of them create their art while they're there.
Cool.
And their art is on display, and hopefully we have time to go head over there and check it out.
We are going to make time. That's right.
Work it out.
Well, we sure appreciate you meeting with us.
Yes.
Thanks, you guys. It's been really, really fun.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank you for the art.
I
too.
know. I'm very excited to take my own MJ pieces home.
I know.
Yes.
Original art.
Yep. My husband will say, "Oh, more art to add to the collection."
I know.
You know
Wall
what?
space.
Our small pieces are so popular because everyone says, "Oh, I just don't have any wall space." Well, look at that.
Right?
I have a very
Exactly.
small
A very
piece for
tiny
you.
piece for
You
you.
can take this home with you.
Yeah,
there you go.
Zip it.
Yes. Well, thank you again.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you,
And
Allie.
meanwhile,
thank you, Callie.
You bet.
make sure that you like, follow, subscribe, or share.
Allie and Callie Artcast.com.
Yep, and we are on the website, and we are
all
on
the-
Instagram and
all those
Facebook,
things.
and
You know.
we don't necessarily know how to use it, but
you know,
it's
if
there.
you want to check them out, we might be there. You know, we're
Right.
old school. You know, I'm still on like paper and pencil.
That's right.
I'm like, do we have to use the computer?
I know, right?
I don't want to. All right, you know.
All right.
Well,
So I'm Allie.
and I'm Callie, and whatever you do today, make sure it's creative. The Allie and Callie Artcast is sponsored in part by Scraps Barbecue, a locally owned catering company, the Chalkboard Agency, Getting Back to the Basics of Shared Learning and Human Connection, and Pyramid Printing, a Coeur d'Alene favorite for over 2 decades.